Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a vampire from Irish folklore that could have been the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Let's talk about the Ábhachtach. According to legend, the Ábhachtach was an immensely evil Celtic chieftain and was sometimes even said to be a dwarf. He was known to practice dark magic and to oppress and kill his subjects just out of pure fun. It was rumored that thanks to him being a dwarf and therefore shorter than the average man, he had been mocked and bullied as a child, and now that he rose to power, he took his revenge on everybody. Either way, the people feared and hated this cruel creature and tried to find a way to rid themselves of his foul presence. Luckily for the people, a battle arose, and the local chieftain, some say it was the legendary Fionn McCool, others say his name was Cahan, took matters in his own hand and killed the Ábhachtach during the fight. The people were relieved that this monstrous lord was now taken from them. They buried him, standing as it was custom back then, and went on with their lives. But to their horror, they saw the Ábhachtach running around the next day as if nothing happened. For his black magic made him return as a knave Merv, a walking dead or undead. And while he had just risen from the grave, he ran around demanding blood sacrifices of his subjects, for blood would make him strong and powerful again. Hearing that the Ábhachtach was back and twice as monstrous as before, the chief Cahan who had slain him returned and killed him for a second time. Again he was buried, and again he crawled upon his grave, even more bloodthirsty, demanding bowls of fresh blood from the wrists of his subjects. Driven by sheer terror, the people obeyed, cut their wrists and gave blood to the undead creature. And again the people called for Cahan, begging him to help them, and again he came and killed the beast, and again he was buried, and again he rose, even bloodthirstier. Cahan grew desperate. How did that foul creature rise from the dead every time? There was nothing he could do. He needed the help of someone wiser than him, and so he went to see a druid, with knowledge of the black magic the Ábhachtach used to terrorize the people. The druid told Cahan that this creature was indeed one of the undead, and that a creature like him isn't as easy to kill as Cahan may have thought. He gave him a wooden sword made of yew wood, which he said would prevent the creature from rising again, but to make sure he wouldn't rise again, he must also be buried upside down, and his grave had to be sealed with a large stone. And so Cahan did as he was told. He hunted the foul creature down, drove the wooden sword into his heart, and buried the creature upside down, placing a large stone on top of his grave and planting a hawthorn tree next to it. And that was the end of the Ábhachtach. And as long as the hawthorn tree guards his grave and the stone isn't moved, the Ábhachtach will stay imprisoned in his earthly grave. His resting place still exists in today's County Derry, in a village called Slachtaverty, and legend has it that workers attempted in 1997 to clear the grounds, but when they tried to cut down the hawthorn tree, out of unknown reasons, the chainsaw malfunctioned 3 times, and when they instead tried to lift the rock, a steel chain snapped and wounded one of the workers, allowing blood to drop onto the earth and being soaked into the ground. So maybe the Ábhachtach isn't done yet. Thank you for listening, and if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about Irish folklore or spooky tales from Celtic mythology, take a look at my other videos. See you next time. Bye!